That on YouTube. I
Let's
don't
do
know.
this, man. Let's do this.
We're live, boys and girls. We are absolutely live. Hey, for those tuning in right now to our live show, this is the after show. We just had a 3-hour long show on the So Smokin' Gooder show. We do a Facebook page, we do a YouTube channel, we do a podcast, and we do some TikTok. But none other than myself has a bigger TikTok following than Texas Oil Dust, Mr. Aaron Leslie.
Mr. Aaron Leslie with Paul Whitaker.
Say hello, Aaron.
What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm sorry. There's so much YouTube action going on and TikTok action going on that everybody's trying to message and talk and see what's happening. But today we are on the So Smokin' Gooder show with Robert Roche.
I'm 100% focused on that.
Mr. Paul Whitaker, Mr. GC back to back and with plus or minus 100 teams. You know,
So,
kicking ass, taking names, and crying and singing in between.
So he can take a 93 team cook-off. He can take a 129 team cook-off. It doesn't matter to Paul Whitaker. He
Yeah,
just
you ask
dominates.
give me a
If
30
you ask,
team
if you
cook-off.
ask me, what cook-offs do you do better at? Paul, what's your number?
Yeah, it's not 30 teams. Not
Paul will
my,
tell
my
you.
number is 75 or above.
He
You know
does
what? That
good.
is a legit question, and it should seem like the smaller team contests are ideal, right? But if you roll in and you're one of 16, I'm not planning on winning that motherfucker. I'm just saying. If I'm one of 76, I got a shot. How do you guys feel about that?
I do very well, and I do very well in 1 to 55. 1 to 55, I do very well. Now, Paul does very good 75 or 60 and above. There's a reason, because you have a flavor profile that just fits that amount of teams. He's always done great. Traders Village last year, he had a top 15 brisket. Okay. Chupacabra, man, he wins it 2 years in a row.
Right? Absolutely.
I have won numerous back-to-back cook-offs, but they've all been under 50 teams because my flavor is just where it's at. So if you were to say, Aaron, what is your number? Mine's 1 to 55. Paul's is 60 and above. It's just because we all are that way. Everybody's that way. It's the way we are.
I'm going to give some love to the people that are watching right now. Grilling and chilling with Moho. What's up?
Share it,
Mo?
baby. Share it. Get on
It's not
YouTube and
Moho.
share
It's
that thing.
Mojo. Just kidding. How about Jared McCrory right there? Barefoot Cookers.
I
He's
hope
on
you
YouTube
guys are
too.
having a whiskey on Whiskey Wednesday with me and Paul Whitaker.
Julie Gilpin. She's back. Thank you for tuning into the show, Julie. Julie, where are you from? What do you know about barbecue, and why are you watching this barbecue show? I'm curious. I'm legit curious. This guy right here, Marlo Mahika, he's been watching, still up 3 hours plus. Appreciate
This guy
you, man.
wants to win. You can tell that a guy or gal that wants to watch for 3 hours plus, he wants to win.
I appreciate that. Jilling and grilling again. Julie, what's up? Julie, she says, hey there, Mojo. And Jared McCrory. Hey, y'all need better whiskey?
Whoa, whoa,
What?
whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
Hold on a minute.
What?
I'm just going to say that there is no better whiskey than the bottle that comes from the cook-off that we
The
have.
Jack Daniels Invitational? Is that what you're saying?
Jack Daniels Invitation. Now, we have this. This is our whiskey, but Paul and I love little Jim Beam.
Jaime Balderas is in the comments. He's he's not a Houston Texans fan. He's a Dallas Cowboy fan. Wes Reed, is this the same Wes Reed? Wes, are we buddies? Are we the ones that cook at the Taffer Cook-Off? Just asking. I think so. Want to know?
I really hope that that everybody gets something from us being able to share our secrets and share our tricks and our tips, because I'm going to tell you, sometimes barbecue is about winging it. It's how good can you wing it and pull it off? How good can you fake it and pull it off? How good can you act like you're normal and still pull it off? That is what barbecue is all about. Because at the end of the day, whatever you did or didn't do, your worst meat will probably be your best walk.
Robert Leal's in the comments. I met him at the American Royal. Good to see you out here. Wes Reed. It is. Wes Reed. I know Wes. He's a good dude.
I know Robert. Robert Real is good.
It's me, brother. Yeah, Wes Reed is a damn good cooker. He hasn't really been cooking like on the barbecue circuit. Correct me if I'm wrong, Wes, but very regularly. But he's a one to be reckoned with. He'll be at the Tafford Cook-Off, which should be CBA. I have a meeting tomorrow with the CBA rep.
So in case you guys haven't followed Paul Whitaker has 2 of 7 bungs in the barrel for Jack Daniels qualifiers. And if it takes me cooking,
about that shit.
No, but here's the deal. If it takes me stopping to cook for Team Oil Dust and cooking with Scooter's Barbecue to make sure that he makes the 7, that's exactly what I will do. Because no matter how I look at it, I want every one of my friends to make it to the Jack like I made it, because they all attended with me. But I will make sure, no matter how it happens, that if I have to cook with Paul just to make sure he makes it, that's what we do.
All right, so I'm gonna send an invite to everyone that wants. It's in the comments right now. Why not? We're all friends. I probably will not share this thing, but hey, I have up to 10 people I can invite, and I would love to invite everybody out here right now. Jared, Wes, Grillin' and Chillin', Julie, Chicken Fried Barbecue. Let's go. Why not?
My buddy Bill on here. My buddy Bill, I tell you.
Barbacoa Bandits doing our first CBA next month in El Campo. All right. Any tips? I like it. Hey, let's get a full round table out here. Let's share some.
I'll tell you this. One of the first times that I really got to talk to Bill Purvis was at Chupacabra in 2019. And his comment that stuck out in my head, because this is before Bill started cooking KCBS and it kind of hit his lick. You know, there's a lane that you follow. And when you follow that lane will take you. Paul Whitaker told me one day, keep it between the mustard and the mayonnaise and out of the lettuce, and you'll be just fine. And I have said that to my kids in the last 5 or 6 months. They're like, what are you talking about? So when I met Bill, we were at Fred Robles' class.
Right.
I saw Fred, and I saw Bill at Chupacabra, and I was like, he's like, man, I just want to be one of the big dogs. I was like, you know what? If you just keep cooking like you do, you will be one of the big dogs one day. Because you're going to get consistent calls. That's a big dog. A big dog is a guy who makes consistent calls. And that's Bill Purvis. Bill Purvis has made himself a consistent call guy. And I love it. He's
Speaking of Bill Purvis, he's in the he's right here joining the show.
I love Bill Purvis because he was the guy that I talked to at Chupacabra, and he's like, I just want to be a big dog. You're a big dog.
Hey, real quick, everybody, be quiet for just 1 second. Hey, guys, I would love
Can I tell Aaron I love him too, or no?
If you can wait 1 minute, yes, you can. Hey, if anybody's out there watching right now, I put the link out there. Bill just joined. I would love for you guys to join us. It's just a bunch of barbecue guys hanging out. Probably won't share this after we all talk. So if you guys want to join in, let's talk. You have an opportunity right now to talk to some of the best barbecuers in Texas. Aaron Leslie, Paul Whitaker, Bill Purvis. Come on in. Let's join. Let's talk. Let's do this.
Come on, guys. Y'all
come on in.
Yeah,
we're all inviting. We're all just regular guys. Trust me. We're all regular guys just talking barbecue. Click the link, join in, and I promise you, after it's all done, I won't share this. Let's have some fun. Let's talk. Let's communicate. Let's go. Come on. Click the link.
I thought
join
you
in.
guys did a great job tonight, though. I thought the information that you guys were giving out. I mean, Aaron told me that 2 years ago about him not resting his brisket. So
We all,
I mean,
we all think of this. Yeah, I'm looking at it at 550 and 450, 550. You know, with a big.
Hold
total.
on. I can't see it. We can't see it. What is that?
put it up close, Aaron.
Well, I don't want to get too blurry. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about one of those, man. Remember, you know, Bobby had one, Bill. You know, remember Bobby had
Yeah,
North Dakota?
yeah.
I'm thinking, man, they got air ride suspension seats, and man, us big boys can sit in there.
They're high dollar, aren't they?
Man, that's 55,000. That's less.
That's
than
not
truck.
bad. That's not bad.
So,
Hey,
Bill,
what-
we had like 60,000 after 2 hours watching our show. That was pretty cool. And I wasn't even
Mainly
counting
because you had
the.
these two prime timers on there, you know. So
I wasn't even counting the YouTuber.
There's no.
I checked on the YouTube. You already had 66 views on the YouTube.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Because I went to YouTube to find this, and I found the other show first, and it showed, which is a lot more than your normal views on YouTube.
Yes.
So,
We're growing it. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate that. We're trying to grow this thing. We're trying to grow it all. We're both on Facebook and YouTube and all of it. It's all fun.
what are you
and
boys
dandy.
thinking about cooking in the next week or two, Paul? No.
Not next weekend. Next weekend's off limits.
Trust me, there is nothing more that I want to do than go cook this weekend. I don't.
Right.
If it was in Alberta, Canada, I would drive my ass up there. But my grandkids will be here this weekend, and I can't go.
You know, that's the one thing. Is this weekend everybody's Christmas parties. We've all got family functions and so forth. But the weekend right before, it's kind of like, okay, what's going on? What should we do? That's what
I
we're
think.
thinking.
All right, let me introduce you guys to a new cooker right here. His name's Jared McCrory. He's living in Lubbock right now, but he's from Houston area, I believe. But his Barefoot Cookers. Let me give a shout out real quick to this guy, because I understand what a big move it is right now to join Texas Oil Dust, Aaron Leslie, Scooter, who's won back-to-back, Bill Purvis, who has made a name for his name in barbecue right now. You're muted right now, Jared, but unmute yourself, man. But how big was that to step up and join this crew? Because, man, it's pretty cool, right? You learned a little bit tonight. Tell us about your experience tonight and what our show brought to you earlier.
Oh, yeah. Well, my brisket sucks. So it was fantastic to learn about the brisket. As far as Aaron, Leslie, and Bill over here, I actually use y'all's seasonings. So it's fantastic to actually be on video with y'all. But, yeah, the brisket was phenomenal. I learned things that I had no idea, and I copied a recipe that hopefully I can cook it right one day.
Hey, well, you have a unique opportunity right now, because there's only 7 of us watching right now, and 5 of us are on screen right now. So
you only an hour and a half for me. So if you want to come cook, let's go cook.
I love it.
There you go,
I
right there,
love it, guys. Join. Keep
Where?
joining.
Today,
Keep.
you say you're going to be in Odessa. It's 1st of February. Corona team.
Yes, sir.
Purvis will be there. Purvis will be there. You can't miss out.
I'm going to McCrory.
Yeah, I'm planning on being there in February, yes.
All right, let me introduce you to another guy right here. I know Wes Reed with Smoke Show and Cookers. This guy, and I'll let him explain his barbecue story, but this guy was a big-time cooker in IBCA, doing very well, and just stopped. I don't know what happened.
Well, life gets in the way, right? 2 young
Right.
kids, you
Yeah.
know. So I've been doing that, but getting the itch, man. I mean, watching the show makes me want to get out there week in, week out. So
So Wes,
Hopefully here in the
when
new
was
year
your
we'll be able
heyday,
to get back out
Wes?
there.
Wes, when
Do what?
was your heyday? When was that? What couple of years were you doing quite a bit of these cook-offs?
I mean, really, 2018, 2016, 2018
Yeah,
was really, so we had a good run. So
yeah, you did. Yeah, Wes was a big time cooker in the IBCA. What are you holding up? What are you guys holding up over here?
Dude, Barnyard Pit
Jeez.
chicken jerky. I'm telling you, it's the most flavorful jerky you'll ever put in your mouth. I'm
All
just
right.
saying, Wagyu beef jerky with Barnyard Pit. I'm telling you, it will make you happy.
Hey Wes, so
bring some to Eagle Pass, Aaron.
there you go.
I will bring you some Eagle Pass. I'm telling you, Bill, you will quit dipping if you eat this jerky.
Wes,
that
I
good?
appreciate
It's that
Wes. All right. Wes, I appreciate you
Wagyu
watching.
beef, look at this.
Oh my
Wagyu beef
goodness.
jerky. Wagyu beef jerky, 2 ounces. Look at that.
That looks
Man.
like a fruit. That looks like a fruit roll up, by the way.
it does.
It does.
Tastes so much better. I mean, I'm telling you, the Barnyard Pit jerky that Midland Meat Company puts out is so good. So good. Oh, it's badass.
All right, well let me get back to
I
Wes
can't
real
wait
quick.
to- I
Hey,
can't wait to
Wes,
try it.
as a I would say barbecue, right? You know what we're going through, but you don't understand. Maybe you don't know Aaron, or maybe you don't know Paul or Bill. But was it entertaining to you earlier watching?
Man, guys, I mean, the show was great. I watched for 2 hours and 40 minutes, and by far, I mean, one of the best that I've seen. Paul, I mean, huge congrats. 2 weeks in a row, 2 good cook-offs. Aaron, you got great products. I mean, I've tried them. So, yeah, no, I mean, hats off to both of you guys.
Awesome.
So Wes, were you cooking mainly IBCA or Lone Star? What was you mainly cooking?
IBCA, Lone Star. Yeah, I've yet to cook a CBA event. Hadn't really, I mean, last time I cooked was probably 6-8 months ago in El
Did you
Campo.
stop cooking?
It was an IBCA event.
Did you quit cooking, or did you stop for any reason?
I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, life, I mean, I've got 2 young kids. I got an 8 and a 10-year-old that are active in all kinds of extracurricular things. So consumes most of the weekends, along with
Are you
work.
out of the Houston area, Wes, or no?
Yeah. Out of Fort Bend County. So,
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
Well, Wes, would it be good if you and I teamed up one weekend and went and cooked?
man, let's do it.
damn.
I mean, I'm
Get
seriously,
that.
under your team name, if you and I went and cooked a cook-off, and you cooked 2 meats, I took 2 meats, would you want to get back out and cook CBA?
Oh, I'm game to cook CBA. It's like I'm excited.
Well,
Drop that
let's
little
do it.
seed taffer. That's good shit, Rob.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I'm going to say to you, Wes, because I know family's important. I have a big family, and I have 3 grandkids under a year old, and I'm moving. I'm moving into a 5th wheel, and I'm renting my houses out. There's a whole new chapter of my life that I'm doing for my barbecue, my rubs, and my seasonings, and all that stuff there. So, what I'm saying is if your life is hectic, and my life is hectic, and you haven't cooked a CBA yet, I would love to get with you in the Houston area or a cook-off, and me and you plan one, and I just show up with you. We cook. You cook 2 meats. I cook 2 meats. And let's go cook one.
Let's do it.
Hey, Bill,
Name
Bill,
it, man. I mean, you want to do it? We'll set
I'd love
it up.
to. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, when we get done with this, we'll hook up on Messenger and we'll find the right deal to go do, and let's go make it happen.
Sounds good.
Paul, go ahead.
I'll make the same deal with Bill. I mean, if Bill wants to go,
Bill,
with him with a
come on, man. You got to find somebody else that knows how to cook. I mean, come on. That's bullshit.
It's
Hey.
a done deal. Done
Hey.
deal, Paul.
Real
Done
quick,
deal.
I
Me and
feel-
you, baby.
real quick, I feel like we're
two
the
bills together.
I feel like we're the Brady
Bullshit.
Bunch,
Mateus
but
has to be there though.
real quick, I feel like we're the Brady Bunch, but we got room for two more. If anyone wants to join us, let's do this because we'll talk some barbecue here in a minute. We're all introducing ourselves right now, but anybody else wants to join? And right now, Jaime Balderas just joined us right now. What's up, Jaime? How are you, bub?
Pretty good, man. How's it going?
We're good, brother. You doing all right?
Oh, not too
I
bad.
think that's
Just enjoying
horse
the
shit.
evening.
I think it's horse shit that Paul would choose Bill to go cook with. That's horse shit. I think somebody ought to. Let me rephrase this. We are cooks who have a structured lifestyle. If we
Okay.
can help another cook, I know we do classes. I
Right.
know we teach people. But if you can help somebody get out of the backyard and get into something that should go, my buddy Paul trying to link up with Bill, that's horse shit. Them two fuckers, I love them. But,
All right. You ain't going down to Houston to cook next to nobody. Me and
I am.
McCrory,
me and Wes are going to go
be
cook
next
against Bill.
be next to each other in Odessa.
You know what? That's okay. You and Bill team up, and me and Wes.
No. I said McCrory. Barefoot Cookers.
Oh, barefoot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's
Okay,
going to be in Odessa.
I misunderstood. You know, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
what? Me and Wes.
I'll park next to him.
Take you and Bill on.
I'll let him watch everything I do.
Little friendly YouTube challenge.
Let's
Look,
do
as
it.
long as you cook brisket, I'm good with it.
I ain't
So, real quick, we got a comment. Barbacoa Bandits. Each one of y'all should come out to El Campo next month so we can all meet up and get a good feel for CBA. Well, you know, I'll be out there. I don't know who else will be out there. Bill maybe out there.
Is that on the CBA website?
Yes, it is. I think it is.
So being with CBA, I don't look at all the time. So if there's one that came up or one that's on the list, I'd love to come. You know, with my back surgery, I have to try to represent work and cooking, and I got to make sure that I take care of work first and cook second. So if there's one with CBA, only CBA that is out there, I would love to come cook it.
So I want to ask Jared a question. Jared, you've been cooking CBA probably for about 6 months now. Did you cook any organizations? I'm sorry. Did you cook any other organizations prior to this, or was CBA your first dive into competition?
No, I cooked, I think, 2 IBCA before CBA. And I've been cooking CBA since Buckle Down South this year.
Yep.
You had to buckle down south. Holy shit.
So,
Where you from, Jared?
That was my only brisket walk, and I wasn't even going to turn in brisket, and I walked 9th place.
Buckle Down South was a big contest, by the way.
I know he's from Lubbock.
Well, he's not from Lubbock. He moved to Lubbock.
Yeah, I on the 20th, I'll be here a month. So I'm from Houston, but I live in Lubbock now.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, Jared. Are you in an oil field establishment, or are you just up there in a different work environment?
Right now, I am unemployed.
Unemployed, living in Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah, I'm trying to find work, and nobody seems to want to hire somebody with
What is
10
your
years
background?
experience.
What is your
oil
background?
and gas in the oil refineries.
Nah, you got to give me something else, because I'm a 15-year superintendent for Apache. There's a lot of things on oil and gas. I know what you do.
I know Apache. I did vacuum truck work. I was a site superintendent down in the refineries. I did hazmat spills and all the dirty work.
Okay, so you're in Lubbock right now with a hazmat tanker endorsement.
No. I am not a CDL driver. I did the cleanups. So when they would make a mess, I'd go clean them up.
Okay. You don't have a CDL.
I do not.
Okay, that's good. I mean, at least it knows. So you're not far from us, me and Paul. You are far from Bill, but you're not far from where me and Paul live. You're an hour and a half away. But there's a lot of opportunities out there, especially in my oil and gas field, because my 25 years has been oil and gas. Drilling rigs, platforms, up to superintendent oil companies, that kind of thing. So, when you get done with this, reach out to me. Let me help you get your resume out there to different people, and maybe it'll help you find a job, where you need to be at, and get you where you need to be. At the same time,
I appreciate
get you cooking, competition, or just backyard, whatever. I'm a man of many talents.
I cook every week. I always try to better myself. I actually got into this when I got laid off back in.
There's not a person on this window right here that doesn't know, but before Bill and I have sat and talked for hours on what my background is. When he was back in the supply industry, he knew exactly what I was talking about. He knew where I was at, what I was doing, what I was talking about. He had those contacts. So when I met Bill and started talking to Bill on a one-on-one basis, he was in that supply industry chain, and so I knew what he was talking about. He knew what I was talking about. So there's not an oil and gas industry job that I don't know about. But if you're a barbecue cook and you love to cook, I have a outlet for you no matter where you're at. So when you get done with this, message me, reach out to me, and let me help you find a job that you need to be in.
I most certainly will. I appreciate it.
Dude, that's awesome.
I got 28 years in oil and gas. I know what I'm doing.
Thank you, Aaron. That's awesome. And that's what this is about right now. That's pretty fucking cool. Jaime Balderas, bro. I know you're muted right now. There you go. Jaime is a big part of CBA. Jaime, introduce yourself, but tell me where you are. For those who don't know, Jaime just had a first place chicken at the San Antonio Rodeo. So that's pretty fucking, not San Antonio Rodeo, Traders Village in San Antonio. But that's still badass. Talk about that a little bit, please.
Well, this is my first time I was able to actually cook a CBA event. The other ones that I've been doing, mainly been in the background helping out or helping with the promotion of it.
Yep.
Trying to get some more over here in Central Texas. So looks like we're about to start to pick some up here pretty quick. Especially after our showing there at, in Hondo with Chupacabra and Uvalde. Those are, a lot of people were waiting on to see how those were going to work out. Now it looks like I think we're going to start getting some phone calls. A lot of promoters were waiting on that.
Yeah, they were.
So
how did you feel about your cook that weekend? I mean, that was pretty awesome that you had first place chicken.
Yeah.
I didn't try it. I tried Roddy's, but I didn't get the chance to try yours. But how'd you feel about it?
Honestly, lately, I've only done 2 cook-offs this year, and they've been in the past couple of months. One was in New Braunfels, IDCA. I think I got a second place chicken there, and then I ran pretty much the same recipe here at Traders Village, and same thing. But just middle of the road. Very, very simple. I didn't do a whole lot to it, and just happened to work out. I was surprised. I knew it was good, but you just never know. Especially when the teams start to get up into the hundreds or close to 100 teams, you never know. Especially when you're not consistent.
Did you hear what you just said? I did something kind of simple. Wasn't very.
Yeah, but it's just a very basic chicken.
And then he gets first place chicken at 128 teams. 108 teams. See that? Paul made that good comment earlier.
Yeah, he did. Actually,
Sorry,
it's been that way. I think my chicken has always been kind of run of the mill, but that's my most consistent, I guess, protein when we go out, on these weekends. I don't get to do it as much as I'd like to. I will this year coming up, but last year, of course, was it was just kind of a weird year for me. I was really busy on weekends, it seemed like, so it kept me. But I only do about 5 or 6 a year anyway. But hopefully we can change that this year. Maybe shoot up to about 8 or 10.
That's pretty awesome, though. And you said you only cooked 2 this year, and you hit a second in New Braunfels, which I've been to that contest. There's still 50 plus teams in that one, and we were with you when you hit that in San Antonio, 106 or 107, whatever it was.
Right.
That's pretty amazing, man. How does that make you feel? That's got to give you a big old confidence boost.
It
But you,
does.
but it's got to make you feel like, man, what are these guys doing out here? Because you're a judge, you're a head judge,
Well, I'm
right?
the ambassador for the area.
There you go. All right,
So
no judging,
yeah.
but
So yeah, I mean it's funny. Roddy always makes fun of me because I never do the same recipe ever. I change it from week to week, from cook to cook, and I've just never. Whenever I got into this a long, like I don't know, back in '05, uh, I remember cook-offs didn't. Whenever they didn't even have payouts, it was just you won a trophy, you paid, you did the cook-off for the cause and to have a good time, camaraderie and that type thing. And over the years, it started. I mean, I remember whenever if you put sauce on the rib, you pretty much weren't going to place. That's now you don't put sauce on the rib, you ain't going to walk at all. So things have changed a lot. I think TV changed a lot of things with the
mm-hmm.
barbecue pit masters and that type of thing. Changed a lot of the way people, I guess, the way they perceive what barbecue should be now.
So, Jaime, what do you think about the new grill marks going on chicken right now?
On chicken, man, I don't know. I'm I'm a lazy cook. The least amount possible that I have to do, that's what I'm gonna do.
Does it matter? You think it matters?
I don't think so. I mean, I've like at Richard on Zaldua's cook-offs, I tend to do better at bigger cook-offs, 100 plus, and I've probably walked. I don't know. I probably in the past few years, I've probably had top five chickens in 100 plus teams. 175, I think, was with Richards, and I've had ugly birds. I've had really pretty birds, but they've always just been the flavor profile has always been just kind of right down the middle.
That's
Rob,
cool.
you better get Paul Whitaker's ass back on this. He ain't going to bed yet.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh,
I'm gonna ask Wes Reed same question. Wes, what do you think about these? You've seen some chicken, pictures and whatnot, and the kind of trend is going through stripes and I gotta tell you, one of the guys that originated that, he didn't originate it, but one of the guys that kind of brought it back is in the comments right now. What do you think about that right now? What do you think about the tiger stripes or the
Well, what I remember from Tiger Stripes was Mr. Severson, the OG who did the Bumblebee first, and where was that, Helotes?
Yeah, that was probably 2013, 2014.
Yeah. I mean, never been a fan, but it's not against the rules. So I mean, I think it's appearance wise, I don't think it belongs on a chicken, but that's just my opinion. I'd never do it.
Oh, damn. Look, man, look. God almighty. It's okay, Wes. It's okay.
Hey, Wes, I'm in the ballpark with you. Now, I'm going to tell you, this guy right here, he's brought it back. When you talk about, trends in style, trends in fashion,
Mm-hmm.
it always comes back, right? So there's, the whole roll up the pants. Has that come back yet? No, that really hadn't come back yet. But
hey, I was firm on the roll up pants, man. 501, flip over, pull it back. Hey,
I'm going to bring this guy here in a minute. Stick tight, Barbacoa Bandit. But
I had a tight roll up pants with a 501.
Did you, Aaron?
Oh, damn, dude. I was skating my ass off, man. I had it going on.
But Bill, I mean, I don't know if Bill knows this, but you were not the originator of the Tigers.
That's a Louisiana thing.
Tiger stripe. But Bill, you did bring it back in 2020, in 2021. And I don't know. And I think Bill answers his own question because Bill's not really doing that right now. That was kind of like a 4-month thing.
That was last year.
Yeah. What do you think of trends right now? So chicken, there's still a lot of people doing the old tiger stripe because of you right now. But is that score? Does that help your score? I know you noticed those.
And
I
I
know.
think Butter's been killing it in chicken. He's been doing well. He seems to walk pretty
Yeah,
consistent.
he's
and
doing it right.
He'll post his chicken before he ever turns it in and still walks, Butter will give you his turn-ins because he obviously cooks really, really good-looking barbecue, So,
Yeah, he does.
But, yeah, his chicken seemed to walk, and I was looking at the Weber today thinking, because I didn't walk the last two cook-offs in chicken, thinking, man, maybe I ought to bring the stripes back on it,
I mean, do you think as a judge, and you put that plate in front of you, or you have that box in front of you, and they open it up, like, for me, I don't cook a tiger stripe, but I do cook a pretty chicken, right? So the color's perfect, it's rounded. Whenever they open my box, I think it looks beautiful. I don't know. I'm getting scores of 8, 9s, and 10s, whatever. But when you open that box and you get that tiger stripe, when it's versus this one, I don't know that it matters that much.
I don't think it does.
Aaron, speak up on that.
I think Aaron's probably right. Tommy, Chuck, Aaron, they don't stripe them, and they all do well in chicken.
When I met Bill 3-4 years ago, the tiger stripe look was from the Louisiana era. It kind of crossed over. Bill did a great job of crossing over. But if you have 1 out of 10 chickens that have that tiger stripe and 9 chickens don't have it, is it that good, or is it not bad? Paul doesn't tiger stripe a chicken. I don't tiger stripe a chicken. Tommy doesn't tiger stripe a chicken. You're looking for the average.
Yeah.
Average. The more they do it, the more does it walk, or the more does it not walk. And Bill will know this for a fact. It's you know what? I could stop doing it. Did I have the same results last weekend? Is the same result as this weekend? Was it because of the tiger stripe? Was it because of something else? So when you look at this as a barbecue cook, man, gosh dang, we itemize and we realize and we write down what do we do, not do, what should we have done, what should we not have done. And at the end of the day, did it taste good? Fuck, I don't know. It's hard to know. Was it what they wanted in flavor? Because that's at the end of the day, it's all that matters. Did it taste what the judges wanted? And so I can say that I have physically never tiger striped one of Bill Purvis's style chicken.
I tried.
I can say that Tommy Smith is not tiger striped a Bill Purvis chicken. I can say that Paul Whitaker is not tiger striped a Bill Purvis chicken. And we think about this. We weigh these things left and right, top and bottom, up and down. Because if you're a cook who wants to win 52 weeks out of the year, you weigh these options. Do we do it? Fuck it. I ain't doing it. But I'll tell you this. I cook on a drum and an offset. I told this on the Facebook interview. Everything that goes on the drum goes on the offset. Bill Purvis knows this. I will cook brisket on the drum, goes to the offset. Pork on the drum goes to the offset. Ribs on the drum goes to the offset. And guess what? Chicken goes on the drum, and I flip it over. I don't have grill grates to make those marks, but I flip it over. And I put that breast meat down for 15 minutes on the top rack of my Jambo. So I have great success with chicken. Not to say that every cook-off is going to do that deal, but I have good luck. But I don't tiger stripe. But I definitely put the shit to the chicken skin to make it go through the whole marks and stuff. But I just not everybody has that one symmetrical look.
Yep. Let me introduce you to somebody that I failed to mention earlier, but Barbacoa Bandits. Hey, buddy. How you doing, man? Where are you from? Give us your little story real quick, please.
So we're out of Bay City, Texas. So,
Oh, nice. You're in our area.
Damn.
yeah. So right along the coast.
You're hop, skip, and a jump from West Texas.
Yeah, just right around the corner, right? Yeah. So we're just a small team. It's actually just two of us, me and one of my best friends, man. And we got into doing cook-offs about almost 3 years ago, just kind of local little, your fire department cook-offs and stuff like that. And so we kind of went from the backyard to, you know how it is, family and friends. Everybody tells you, oh, man, you're the best cook ever. And so you're like, well, shit, man, I want to try my luck at one of these competitions. And you go and, they tear your ass up and you get humbled real quick, And so that's kind of where we started off. Then we're like, man, well, let's not give up on this. Let's keep pushing this. So we kind of started getting pretty, I wouldn't say serious. I mean, you can't, we were doing, like I said, little local fire department ones, little local fundraisers. And about a little over a year and a half ago, I got diagnosed with cancer. Funny story is, crazy thing is, my teammate, he's a cancer survivor. He had thyroid cancer. So he's a survivor, and just so happened, we get into this whole thing, and I ended up getting diagnosed. So I dealt with that for a little over a year. I'm in a way better place now, thank God. So now we're barely, I'm still kind of doing my recovery stuff, but at the same time, we're getting back into the cooking scene and taking it a little more serious now. We did like a kind of a rebranding, changed our name because we were kind of a party team back then. You know what I mean? And focus more on the partying and entertaining the crowds.
Hey, I know what you mean.
Right. So
Party team of the year.
Party team of the year right here. Bullhorn Barbecue,
Right.
Club Bullhorn.
Hey,
I understand.
American Royal, if you want to talk about party, you're
No,
Right,
but continue,
so-
please. Continue.
But yeah, so now we've kind of tried to find that balance. You know what I mean? We can still have a good time and everything, but just try to find that balance. And especially with it just being two of us, we kind of have to keep each other, on our A game, so we don't have a big team to fall back on. Where, oh man, he'll pick up my slack or whatever, So like I said, we started kind of taking it a little more serious, and we did our first IBCA. A couple months ago, I want to say it was October in El Campo at that RV resort.
Yeah.
So that was our first ever IBCA. Went in completely blind. We'd never taken any classes or anything, and we ended up getting a walk. Man, we got 8th place ribs, and our brisket fell kind of right in the middle. I think it was 70 something teams there. It was huge. I didn't realize it was that big of a deal at that one, but I think we fell somewhere in the middle. I think we finished 26 overall, but it was a huge learning curve for us. I mean, we knew nothing about it, and there's so many people we met, man, just in the line dropping off our plates, our turn-in plates that are just giving you knowledge. You know what I mean? Hey, we've never seen you guys before. Kind of like a little community, I guess. Everybody's kind of familiar with each other's names and stuff, and they saw us, and they were kind of like, hey, I don't think we've seen these guys before, so kind of started asking us questions, and man, we're all ears at this point. You know what I mean? Like, we're a young team.
So where are you out of? Where are you out of, bud?
So Bay City, Texas is about an hour southeast-ish or southwest. Southeast of Houston. So we're the Houston area.
So less than 2 hours of Bill?
Yeah, if he's in Houston, we're less than 2 hours. Well, depending on what side of Houston he's in, it could take you 2 hours to get from one
Bill,
side to
let's
the
get
other.
together and let's go cook with these guys and let's help them out. What do you think?
I'm all game.
Oh man, that'd be crazy big, man.
I tell you what, when you talk about cookers, you talk about me, Bill Purvis, Fred Robles, Phil Breeden, Lee Hickle. There's
Robert
guys
Rocha.
in this state that love to cook. We don't mind helping people out. But if there's a day and a cook-off going on that we can go to, I will drive, and it's going to cost me more to drive down to y'all's area than it will Bill. But if Bill can cook his team, I can cook my team, and we can give you some pointers and help you out, then that would be a success for both of us. So if we can do that one day, and I mean, it doesn't matter what we're doing. If Bill goes down there to Baytown, and I go to Baytown, well, then we help you out with some stuff. Bill cooks his game, I cook my game, and in return, you get all the help. Man, I I would love to do that. So if Bill's in for that one day, this coming year in 2022, we'll do that.
That would be awesome, man. Awesome, yeah.
Hey,
Like I
what's
said,
your
Sorry?
name? What's your name?
Daniel. So I'm
Daniel.
Daniel Rodriguez.
Nice to
Yeah.
meet
All right, Daniel.
Nice to meet you guys, man. It's an honor, man. I mean, I've watched you guys, y'all's videos and all of that. Just, we're like sponges right now, man. We're trying to absorb everything we can, So that was one thing when we first got into it. Some of the guys that had kind of been on the old school barbecue scene, what I call old school, it's kind of evolved over time, right? The whole cook-off scene. They kind of just told us, man, be open, and you're always going to be learning, because this sport is always going to be evolving, right? So, always listen or whatever, any advice. Obviously, you learn more when your mouth is shut, right? So that's kind of our approach with this.
I say shut up and listen.
Right.
Come to Eagle Pass.
I'll tell you what,
register for Eagle Pass.
There's nothing worse than a person showing up on Messenger or text message, because my information on the side of every bottle I got. You can find my website, you can find my name, my text, my phone number, my email address. It's all on the side of my bottles. But there's nothing worse than a guy that just pounds you for information, right? And now, Bill, Fred, there's all kinds of guys. Phil, we all have classes. It costs us a lot of money to teach you our knowledge. We didn't travel 40 cook-offs, 50,000 miles to try to turn and give us shit away for free. But at the same time, we want to help every cook that's out there, because if we can help you, you help us. Doesn't matter what part it is. So when we're looking at this, and me and Bill, we can go to every cook-off in the state. If we don't help each other, then we might not benefit from that.
Right.
At the same time, if you don't go, we don't benefit at all, because we need guys like yourself and Wes and guys like Jared and everybody else. We need those guys to show up and cook, because that's what we make our living on. That's how we survive. So if we can help you or anybody else be a contender, that's what we are. But at the same time, it takes money, it takes time, and you're trying to shortcome 5 years of knowledge in 1 year. I can tell you, when I met Bill had just gotten started. I had been chasing 40 comps a year trying to figure out a flavor.
Right.
That's a lot of that's a lot of money. It costs
Yes,
a
sir.
lot. So when you're trying to figure this stuff out, the guys that I cook with, Bill, Phil, Paul, Tommy, Chuck, Fred, doesn't matter who it is, we have spent so much time to make Texas barbecue that it sucks. Because sometimes it makes it not worth going out every weekend and pounding the pavement, because we just can't. It's a whole lot of drain.
Right.
But when guys come up and say, we want to learn. We want to know what you're doing. What are you doing? What can I do better? How can I be better? And that's what fuels us into being a better person.
Right.
So Daniel,
100%. Yeah.
Daniel, where are you at in your recovery right now?
So as of, first off, so when I got diagnosed, I was stage 3C, which it was testicular cancer. There's 2 different types. If you Google it, it's going to tell you 95% survival rate, right?
Good.
Fortunately for me, the type I had was the bad kind, right?
Okay.
So it was the more aggressive one, moved a lot faster. It had already spread to the point where it was stage 3C, which is the most advanced stage for that cancer. So they literally sat me down and told me, hey, you got a 50-50 shot of surviving this. So fast forward, a few months, I did like 4 months of intense chemo and a couple surgeries. And as of June, I did like a spinal surgery. It was crazy. It was a long process. But as of June, everything they took out of me came back negative, and all of my blood work and my scans show I have 0 signs of disease in me. So, miracle, straight
Awesome,
up
brother,
miracle.
man. That's amazing.
So,
That's awesome.
And you know, it did leave me. It left me different. My life is forever changed. It left me with some nerve damage. So I'm considered disabled at this point. I have a crazy little limp when I walk, and it's just an everyday thing. Like it's a battle every day to get a little better, get a little better. And like they told me, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You know,
Right.
The recovery process.
How old are you?
I'm 32 years old. So,
But you still got a lot of life ahead of you.
right. So, yeah, I still have a lot to live for. Still have, I got 3 kids, 2 teenage boys. So they help me out, as much as they can. And so,
you started early.
Well, yeah. So, it's just I've been really blessed, though, man. I can't deny that, right? So, and now I'm at a point where I'm like, before I worked in the refineries and stuff, I was an instrument tech, and so it was always chasing money. We did cook-offs when we had time, and so now this has actually kind of allowed me to focus a little more time on that. You know what I mean? It kind of slowed me down, and got a little more time for all the kids' events as well as my own little hobbies and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, I've been really just pushing that. Like I said, the more recovered I get, the more involved in the cooking and stuff we've kind of gotten. So, yeah, it's been a crazy ride, man.
This is the one sport where you can get a lot of your family involved too. I mean, my kids are involved. I mean, and you have teenage boys. I have I don't know boys, but you have teenagers. I have teenage boys. They love doing this. I know Wes has been involved with this kind of sport for a long, long time. Bill's getting into it. Aaron's been there for a long, long time. Jared's just now getting in there. But so we're all family right now, and I'm glad that you're joining us right now. I'm glad we're getting a chance to meet you, and I hope to meet you in person at an event real soon. But man, that's awesome, bro, and continued recovery because man. What a cool experience that what you're doing right now, and you're inspiring a lot of us right now for just being here. Because,
right.
Aaron, why don't you speak on that, man?
I anyone who overcomes something to be able to cook is a hero in my book. I haven't had cancer. I have had car wrecks. I've had reconstructive surgeries. I've had multi facial reconstructive surgeries, and in my book, the guy who can stand up and do his thing every day is a hero in my book. It doesn't matter if it's a bad surgery or if it's a bad facial recognition or it's a cancer. I mean that to me, I've had 23 surgeries on my face.
Wow.
14 major over 4 hours. So when I was 16, I had a car wreck and I went through the windshield over the steering wheel. I lost my upper lip. I lost my nose.
Man.
I lost my eyelids. And when I did that, Band-Aids can only fix so much, So when you see me, my upper lip is my bottom jaw. My hair grows up; it doesn't grow down. When you see me, my eyelids are from my ears; they're not from my eyes. When you see my nose, it's from the side of my jaw; it's not from my nose that I was born with. So, when I talk to different people with cancer, car wrecks, with surgeries, I went through a lot at 16 years old. And so I love to talk to people who have had deficiencies and things wrong with them because I can connect to that.
Right.
Nobody wants to be a 16-year-old kid and try and get laid. Right. When you don't have a nose, a mouth, and your eyes are drooping, there's no girl that's going to go out there and have sex with you. So I'm being honest. This is something that I've talked to millions of people about. There's video chats and all kinds of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's all about who you are. Who are you as a person? And that person that's you will continue to grow as a person, as a barbecue cook, as a chef, a culinary institute guy, as a baker, anybody out there that has a dream and a will to live will follow the same path. And if I told you my life today, you would be like, oh man, that sucks. It doesn't suck because at 16, I learned more about growing up in life than I ever did at 42.
Right.
And so today, I can say that my company has 11 or 12 products. We are growing in astronomical numbers. I have been given opportunities that I can't explain now, but I can explain next year that those things that I've been given are people that have reached out to me and said, Aaron, let's do this. Let's make these things happen. At the same time, I didn't chase a dream. I let a dream follow me, and I made a dream happen. So,
Right.
I'm all about helping somebody, but I know the extent of cancer. I know the extent of surgical problems. I know the extent of a situation happening that was not under your control. And I know the extent of being the elephant man in the room and nobody loving you, and then a great thing come out of that guy. And I was that elephant man. So at the end of the day, I love barbecue and the family that I have because I can't change the family that people have given me. Bill Purvises, the Vehicles, the Philip Breedens, the Fred Robinsons, the Paul Whitakers. I can't change that. Those guys found me. I didn't find them. And so to be that guy would never happen to most guys. And that's who I am. There's a lot to my life that I could share with somebody that they would never know existed because I've been through it.
Right.
And I love the guys that I compete with all the time. And if I call you a friend, if you call me on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and say, Aaron, how are you doing? If you have my number, you're a friend. And you can't change that. You can't replace that. So that's me. And there's a few friends. There's a lot of people.
Right.
There's only a few friends. So
Right.
if you need anything, you reach out to me because there's a lot that we have in common that you have no idea what's actually there.
Right. Just listening to that. Yeah, I know. 100%.
Aaron,
Yeah.
love you, brother, man.
Yeah.
It's a big life, man. It's a big life. If people actually said, Aaron, what has happened to you since you were 14 years old? If I told you, you would just be blown away.
Right.
I've overcome a lot.
Right. No, that's a beautiful
And then
testimony,
you're
man.
still overcoming stuff.
Yeah, that's
Goddamn,
so-
you just had back surgery.
Right.
Son, but
that's
you're
just-
still overcoming
That's
shit.
just life of being a roughneck, man. You know, I mean that's just life of being a roughneck. But
I definitely relate on the back surgery thing. That was the last one I had was a spinal surgery. It spread to my tailbone. They pretty much removed my whole tailbone, and I got like a bionic back now. You know,
Yeah.
I make jokes about it and stuff now. You know, but
bionic is good,
it's-
man.
right, man. You know, I've had some of my doctors ask, "Man, how do you keep such a positive outlook on things?" And I'm like, you know, a little over a year ago, they told me there's a 50% chance I might die. Now they just told me there's no signs of disease in me. How can I not be happy? You know,
Yeah.
like I don't give a damn what happens in life at this point. You can't bring me down. I'm here. I'm not supposed to be, you know? So, no, I definitely relate to you on a lot of that stuff, man. And that's one thing, like you're saying, the barbecue community, man, it's crazy. Like, I don't think people outside of the barbecue community realize, like, they probably think, like, man, these guys are a bunch of crazy guys that probably get drunk and burn shit on the pit and think they know how to cook or something, but they don't understand the brotherhood behind it, you know?
That's true.
And you know, it took a little bit to kind of convince my wife.
In 2001, I was told in 10 years I would never walk again.
Wow.
And that was 2001. So in 2011, I haven't had back surgery. And in 2021, I had back surgery. So 20 years after the fact, you know, It's just because of what you do and how you treat it.
That's it.
There's a mind frame. I'm a badass. I'm a mind frame. I'm a badass.
You are
I
a
can do
badass,
what I
bro.
want to do when I want to do it.
That's it.
But it's
man.
all about what I want to do, and
Right.
I can make it happen. So you still project your life, but there comes a time when life and pain become, it becomes a life. It's
Right.
its own life, and
Right.
so.
You are a badass.
But I was told in 2001 that in 10 years I'd never walk again.
Wow.
And here I am today. I had my back surgery. I didn't have it 20 years after the fact. But I'm here to say that life after that is possible. Just like yourself, it's still possible. So,
Yeah.
we're going to make it through it. We're going to do it, but we're going to cook because we love to cook. So.
That's it, man. That's it, dude.
Aaron, man, what a cool
Aaron was
testament.
trying to come to Uvalde with his back all messed up. He was going to come and sit in a chair out there.
I wanted to cook. I wanted to cook.
Hey, I did it, man.
I didn't want to cook brisket, pork, ribs, and chicken. I wanted to cook steak.
If Aaron, I mean, if Wes is still watching because his video went out, I was going to ask Wes a question here in a minute because
I'm here.
there he
guys.
is. There he is. Wes is back. Wes is back. Hey, Wes. You there?
What's up, buddy?
All right. So we're gonna kind of detour a little bit because that was pretty powerful. Aaron, thank you for sharing that, man, big time. Daniel,
Yeah, really.
thank you for sharing your story,
No, yeah,
your story as well.
To both
Oh,
of
thanks
you.
for listening, man.
Daniel, I'm in Missouri City, Fort Bend County, brother. So
Oh, wow, okay.
if you need anything, I'm close.
Okay, yeah.
So
Heck yeah, man. I'll have to get up with you, man. Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
sister that lives right outside of Sugar Land.
okay,
So definitely familiar with that whole area there.
yeah.
And we're in talks tomorrow. I think it's going to be finalized, but there will be a CBA event. Taffer. It's going to be. Wes has done it for a number of years. I've done it for a number of years. But Danny, we'd love to have you. It'll be in Cypress kind of area type
Okay.
thing.
Right. right. Are y'all doing the El Campo one next month? The
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
okay.
And we're having a. I should have mentioned it tonight, but we had such a cool ass brisket discussion. But there is a town hall meeting this weekend in Hempstead. I know it's a little ways from you, but it'll be worth the trip. You get to meet a lot of cool people. We're gonna do the first class barbecue. It's gonna be a town hall meeting at 3:00. Brisket and also crawfish. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
And
So
I
it'll be
will
at 3
be
o'clock.
there this weekend, Rob.
Who said
Nice.
that? Who said
That
that?
was me. That
Yeah.
was Jared.
Oh, Jared, you gonna be there?
I'm going to be
Awesome.
coming to town tomorrow, actually.
All right, very cool, very cool. I'm glad to see you there, Daniel. I'd love to have you there, man. Let's meet up. Honestly, check it out. See if you can make that happen. That'd be cool.
Okay. Yeah, I have to
Yeah,
get up.
and
Hempstead, look it up. First class barbecue. It's gonna be Saturday. Will be
Okay.
a lot of free entries involved. Just a lot of cool barbecue discussion. But my question to Wes has done quite a few contests in his day, but Wes is a big time chicken cooker, and I'm gonna have a chicken discussion going on. But Wes, what do you think about the trends? I don't know. How do you feel about? Are you gonna be running your same stuff that you've always done? And I hope you would, because why not, right? You've been successful in the past, but are you worried any at all, or about maybe some trends that have changed since you've been cooking, or are you just gonna run the same thing and dominate?
I don't know about dominate because it hasn't dominated, but we haven't changed since 2016. I mean, literally ran the same recipe since 16. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to go chasing something I don't know what's out there, right? So
Right.
I mean, just run it. It's still gotten calls, so they're not down as low as we'd like them to be, on chicken, but they're still getting calls. So just small tweaks for the.
Well, don't share exactly what you were doing, but are you back to 2016? Let's go back to that recipe because it's kind of a cool little timeline right now, or a time warp, whatever. Are you 2016? Were you brining, injecting, or both? What were you doing then, or what are you doing now?
Both. I mean, yeah, I've always done both.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm doing both too right now. So
yeah,
very
I
cool.
mean,
Very cool.
yeah. So and season under the skin. That was kind of a plug earlier.
I saw. Was that your question? I saw somebody.
That was my question.
That was your question. So I didn't know that was your question because I thought it was like a joke because we were talking brisket.
No. It kind of segued into some chicken stuff. So,
Aaron, you said you're not seasoning under the skin.
I'm not now, but I
Bill?
was up until 19.
Bill's not seasoning under the skin. I am seasoning under the skin. Jared, what are you doing?
I am not seasoning under the skin. So, and it's been pretty good for me so far.
Daniel, what are you doing?
Yeah, for the most part we are, but we're kind of chicken is like that is our Achilles heel for our team. It's kind of, to be honest, like I said, it's just two of us, so neither one of us have ever just been the biggest chicken lovers. So it's kind of like that passion wasn't really there. But now we're starting to get to like, okay, now we're just getting frustrated and we're like, we want to learn this damn thing. We want to master it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of been our goal now. Like, we're tired of getting our asses kicked by a piece of chicken, you know? So yeah, we're kind of, we ran a couple of new things. We did a small little cook-off this past weekend. We placed third in chicken, third in ribs, and I got first in brisket. So it was a small one though, like 20 teams, you know, but it was kind of a trial run for us on the chicken, and for that crowd it seemed to kind of hit. But we're kind of learning though too, different areas is kind of like, you know, you got to know your area too, right? You know, so.
Well, who wants to know what
there are different techniques to under the skin versus leaving the skin on. There are different techniques to that. So if you're in an area that, man, you're going to have to just pull the trigger and say, I'm going to season under the skin, which you're pulling the skin back, you're exposing the thigh, the leg, the breast, all that stuff. And when you pull it down, you got to smash it hard, get the air out underneath it, and pin that chicken skin. Sometimes that extra flavor hurts a chicken cook because it puts too much flavor on the skin. When that skin gets pulled back, then that chicken gets exposed, and then the flavor is just too strong. And sometimes it's not strong enough. So it may work great in South Texas, and it may work great south of Houston, but it might not work worth a shit between Dallas, Fort Worth, and Waco. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. So what do you do and don't do? It's going to take you 4 or 5 times to figure out. I'm a big under the skin seasoning kind of guy. Huge until 2 years ago. And then I quit. Then I started getting comments like fatty and chewy. And I was like,
how'd they see pictures of you?
Huh? I mean, it's like when you pull it back, you would pull that fat out of there. So I've got some big chicken called under the skin seasoning, but you would pull that fat, you would pull that chicken skin. So, I mean, it's like, you know, there's things going on. So it's a 50-50 for me, but at the end of the day, it's where you're at.
Aaron, they're not supposed to see pictures of who cooked it, so I don't know why they called you a fatty. Just saying.
You know, I'm a fatty.
Man, chicken's been my best category.
Who said that? Jared?
That was me. Yeah.
Jared? Talk
That's
about
been
it.
my best category.
Since you started?
Yeah, I got my last 2 comps I cooked. I actually finally walked in ribs, which is a miracle. It's my wife's recipe, not even mine. But yeah, chicken. Actually, the Barnyard Pimp's been a saving grace for me.
There you go. There
it is.
So, if anyone wants to know what the #1 cooker in CBA is doing.
What's that, Rob? What are you doing, Rob?
I'm seasoning under the skin. I've been doing it all year. I think it's important. I think it's important to my process. I brine 6 hours only, and then I pull it out and put it in water, and then I'll inject in the morning. So if it's a 9 o'clock, or excuse me, let's say that chicken turn-ins at 12. I will pull it out of so I'll I'll brine for 6 hours, and I will pull it out, and I will. So 10 o'clock is when I'll start injecting and prepping, and by 10:30 it is ready to go. I'll have it on onions. I put onions under my chicken. I'll have it completely seasoned under the skin, wrapped, not wrapped, but I'll have it completely seasoned, injected, ready to go. It's sitting there on a rack, ready to put on the drum at 10 o'clock. So, yes, I am seasoning under the skin.
That's good.
I think it's an important process, in my opinion. Whatever. Don't listen to anybody else, man. I'm just
So Rob,
one.
I've seen your YouTube video where so you cook on your Rectex, is that correct? Also a drum.
Yeah, so I will start on the drum and I'll finish on the Rectech.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I have a bull and a bullseye, and my teammate is actually a welder. So
Okay.
we both have. I have a 500-gallon smoker on a trailer.
Yep.
He's got a 250-gallon that he just built, and he's building a couple barrels for us right now. But I bought a Oklahoma Joe's Bronco.
Yeah.
The little barrel smoker they
Kind
make.
of barrel smoker. Yep.
So I bought one of those just to kind of play around with, just to see what the hype was about. I know it's not exactly an actual UDS or the official UDSs that they make.
I cook on 2 of those.
Really? Man,
Yeah,
dude, I'm not going to
love
lie.
them, man. I love them.
To me, when you dial that temp in just right, man, it'll run neck and neck as far as holding a steady temp with a pellet grill. For me,
it just sucks that they're so heavy.
Yeah, they're a little on the heavy side, yeah. But yeah, they I like it, a lot. So he's, like I said, he's building a couple of barrels for us right now. So we'll see how that goes. But man, when we first started, we were pulling these, the 500-gallon offset to every cook off, and it's a lot because we also have a trailer kind of similar to yours, Rob, like a cargo trailer.
Yep.
We call it the Bandit box. And,
Nice.
So we have one of those. It started off we got tired of having to pile everything on the bed of a truck when it was all said and done. That's the worst thing about a cook-off is leaving. And so it got to where we're like, damn, it's such a pain in the ass having to pile everything up. God forbid the weather's bad, So we bought the trailer just to kind of throw stuff in and keep it stored there. So it's not, wasting space at either one of our houses too. But now we're starting to kind of actually rig it up to, be a legit cooking and prepping area. So for us now, the Rectex are more convenient to load in that and just haul one trailer, and the barrels will fit in there good too, So we're kind of in a transitioning stage too, where we're kind of, for competition, kind of moving away from the offsets and going more towards the pellet grills and the barrels. But
To me, it's I love my offset. Man, it's nice. I have a kind of like a show pit, but as far as competition, the ease and the small footprints and the ease of setup and tear down has more of a beneficial thing for me. It really doesn't matter if I'm cooking on an offset versus the drum. It's a completely different cooker. So I'm enjoying both of those right now. But right now, I will start it on the drum and I'll finish it on the Rectech.
Right. Yeah.
All 4 of my meats actually do that. So I'll start chicken. Actually, I'll start brisket and then I'll go to pork. And then I will pull those. And when they're ready to wrap, then I'll put my chicken on. And the other offset, the other drum is for the ribs. So
gotcha.
That's my process right now.
Yeah, the IBC. Go ahead, brother.
I cook everything except for chicken on either Oklahoma Joe or a drum.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
To me, a drum
The-
smoker right now is putting the best kind of smoke and ease of use right now. So, um,
What
Wes
drums
is-
are you running,
Wes is-
Rob?
I'm running Gateway drums right now, but
Gateway.
to me, it doesn't really matter right now. Wes has seen that offset, and it's a beautiful offset that I have. It's a
Yeah,
sniper.
I'm shocked you're not cooking on it.
Yeah, and
But-
I'm shocked that I'm not cooking on it either. But I've just discovered that it's just as easy right now for me to do well in a competition to where I can just kind of drop my tailgate and roll those. Jared's seen my setup. I'll pretty much drop my tailgate and I'll roll 2 drums out and my Rectech Bull out, and I'm there. I'm done.
Right.
See, I think that's majority. I mean, everything that I've seen is majority of cooks are cooking on a barrel / offset, combo, like Aaron was saying, or just strictly barrels.
Yep.
That charcoal flavor has got something to do with it. So, it's mob rule, I think. And that's the one thing that I don't own, own
Yep.
Traegers, own offsets, but no barrels in my arsenal yet. So
Wes, I I mentioned earlier about your chicken prowess. That's legit. I respect the hell out of what you're doing over there as far as that, and I am excited to see how we all do this. Whenever the what's up, Gabe? What's up, Gabe? But so tomorrow I have a meeting with Taffer. I kind of mentioned that earlier. Tomorrow I have a meeting
I
with
talked to
Taffer,
Buddy today. So,
and I think it's going to go well. And I'd love to see you in Hempstead. I don't know if that's doable for you, but I know that's far out there. But
when is that?
It's Saturday. Hopefully you and your wife can come out there and
This Saturday?
Yep. Do that.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
But guys, I'm gonna wrap this up, man, because I think we've all been out here a long time. But man, it's pretty cool. Jared, thanks for sticking in. Wes, appreciate you.
Yeah, brother.
That's
Yes,
awesome,
sir. I
man.
will see you this weekend.
Yeah, good
man, I
meeting
appreciate
guys.
you sharing your story, bro. That's really cool, and we'll be seeing you around, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. I'll get up with you guys, man. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Well, y'all be
All
good
right,
tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Guys that checked out the So Smokin' Gooder Show live that we had earlier today on Facebook, do it again. I don't know where Paul went. I don't know where Aaron went. But, guys, thanks for sticking around. And the coolest cat in this room right now is that guy in the top right corner, Jared. He's just chilling, watching TV. I don't know what the fuck he's doing right now, but that's cool.
I'm actually watching us on TV.
That's pretty cool.
That makes it better, bro. That makes it better, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys tuning in, man, and we'll talk to you soon. And thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for accepting the invite. Trust me, it means a lot. Y'all be good.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Good night,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Later,
Good
guys.
night,
Y'all
guys.
be good.
Later.